Wow, this is John from Virginia. I have been trying to call and for quite some time, and it's kind of apropos that today you actually answer my call, especially with one of the topics that one of the other callers mentioned earlier. So earlier this month, my dad was murdered.
Oh, God.
And the main suspect is a sibling. And the reason why I'm calling you guys with this absolutely terrible story is just because part of a fact of the case is that my sibling is trans. So you can probably imagine what's been happening in my life.
God, I can't actually,
I know. But that, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about. One is, obviously, it's been in the news, and it's been something to see my extended family and my family react to just the hatred that you see online that I do have to thank you guys so much for, because you kind of inoculated me from me watching you guys for years. And it has helped me start to process what's going on and start to heal and start to understand life moving forward. But one of the things that I want to say is about my father is that he loved everyone he came across. He loved his whole family. And he tried as best as he could to help someone who clearly struggled in life, my sibling. Obviously, there is so much more that I can say and want to say, but what I'd like to say today is that there are people out there who are using his memory for hate, and, unfortunately, that is what it is. But to the people that knew him, they see this stuff out there, and it hits them the same way that obviously it would hit, a Norman who doesn't understand the real vileness that people, especially trans people, are seeing on a daily basis. And, in one of the articles written, it labeled my sibling as an activist. And I kind of chuckled because, anyone who's living that life, trying to figure out who they are, trying to be the better versions of themselves that they feel inside, they have to advocate it for it these days, because they're getting threatened to extinction by fascists, right? And I call in today because I can't have this conversation with my family. They're not in that headspace, but it's been ringing in my ears since I learned what happened. And it's so important that we as leftists, our policies, what we believe in, it comes from a place of compassion and caring for others. And for me growing up, as much as I didn't necessarily agree with all my dad's politics, we had some lovely debates about that. But the fact is, he taught me a little bit better than he was to care for everybody. And everybody means everybody. No matter what they look like, no matter what their skin is, no matter how they feel on their inside and out. And when you help other people, when you band together for the betterment of everybody, that's how we make a better tomorrow. And that's what I wanted to say to you guys. I love you guys. You guys have actually been helpful today in putting a smile on my face, because, one, hearing Dave Rubin learn about architecture and its failure and how big government could actually do something, I couldn't help but laugh. And hearing you guys in the intro put a smile that I have had a hard time finding these last couple of days. So I just want to thank you guys and thank the community.
Well, thanks for the call. My heart goes out to you and your family. I can't even imagine how difficult a time this must be, and the different emotions that you're going through, and navigating it. And also I think it's super impressive for you to have the the ability at least to hold on to your sense of humanity at a time where it's got to be just I can't even imagine what you're going through.
It speaks to your father and the the way that he raised you.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Thank you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Left is love. You'll have a good day.
All right, hang in there. Well, that's the final call of the day. I think we'll wrap that up there. That is, I can't even imagine having to going through something like that. Can't even imagine how difficult that must be.